What's up, YouTube? This is True Raw for TV. All right, so maybe you've heard by now, maybe you haven't. This isn't a surprise considering the climate that we're in right now. Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $20 million. Interesting that that's the figure that this person's suing for, considering that a couple of days ago, it finally was revealed that the purported figure that he settled with the Zaniga woman was $23 million. So I'm just, it's just interesting how that is. But anyway, Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $20 million after falsely claiming a woman's husband left her over a viral flirty moment with Usher, despite her not being married. Okay. I'm not even going to mention this woman's name because, you know what? Fuck it, I am. Her name, I believe, is, let me go to the article. I think it's something to the effect of Yalalita. So the woman's name is Jamalita Tillman. And according to the U.S. Sun, she is suing Sharpe as well as his Nightcap co-host, Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and the podcast production company, Shay Shay Media. Okay? You may remember it was, early last year, I think it was, when that video went viral, her looking at Usher and, kind of looking at him in a very seductive and thirst trap way. So I do remember them talking about that clip, but I don't watch Nightcap as much as I used to, which is why I've been saying lately, like, are they kind of being taken out of the algorithm a little bit because I don't see them pop up as much in my suggested videos as they did last year. Though I think part of that was too how viral that video with Cat Williams and Monique went. And, subsequently their videos haven't been quite as viral, but whatever. The woman claims the host knowingly propagated a false narrative about her marital status in court papers. Sharpe, who is 57, just settled a $50 million lawsuit with a woman who accused him of rape. He was officially let go from ESPN this past week. In Tillman's complaint, she explained on April 2nd, 2025, I participated in a fan engagement moment at a Usher Raymond concert where I interacted with the artist as a selected audience member. The interaction quickly went viral after fans noted the intensity between Tillman and Usher in the fun moment. Following this moment, the defendants made and disseminated false and defamatory statements suggesting that I was married and that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in this audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. She went on to explain, I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment during the Usher concert. The defendants' false narratives were shared widely across their platforms, spreading millions of followers, viral spread, and refutation efforts, despite my clear and public reputation of the false narrative. The woman, who is a global director for the Harold Washington Cultural Center, said she even went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the ESPN First Take star that she was a married woman. I'm gonna tell you something else I forgot too. I forgot because I did see this somewhere, right? But I thought it was somebody just making something up, or maybe I read it wrong. But I did remember seeing somebody saying Shannon Sharpe calling someone a ex-wife 304, right? I didn't know that he was talking about this woman. See, this is the problem I have with Shannon Sharpe. Like, look, I have mixed concerns. I have mixed feelings because on the one hand, I mean it when I say that I see the play as far as black men being targeted in media. Okay? It is what it is. You can sit here and say it's in my head. Look, I saw more videos on social media, as I said was going to be, about Gilbert Arenas gambling than I did in a whole week about President Trump and the Epstein saga. But you'll tell me, oh, but nobody knows who Gilbert is. That's what a distraction is. A distraction is to get you to talk about something that's not as important or someone not as important as the person that you need to be talking about. But I've only been doing this YouTube shit for 14 years. So, I don't know who I'm talking about. But having said all that, right? A lot of this is Shannon Sharpe's fault, bro. I'm sorry. A lot of this is his fault. First of all, he has a habit of doing this. Shannon Sharpe has a habit, number one, of saying a lot of things. I remember he was doing it when he was on Undisputed. That was not true. He would give out a lot of false information about Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook on the show. And he would get away with it because, for the most part, athletes aren't going to sue networks for, libel or misinformation. They're not going to usually do that. But I would see him lie and say that Kawhi Leonard was inefficient for his career when actually he shoots about 50% from the floor. I would see him lie and add a couple of turnovers per game for Russell Westbrook's career, or, I would see him go along with Skip and demean Russell Westbrook and dehumanize him. I saw some things he said about Kyrie Irving. Right? I've seen this guy go on his platforms and speak as if he's holier than thou and act like, his shit don't stink and he needs to be lecturing others on how they need to live, when in reality, this dude living like a goddamn an idiot, doing all types of disgusting things. Look, now what he does in the privacy of his own bedroom is his own business. I get that. I'm all for that. But you cannot be doing what you're doing, bro. And then, after he got all your ducks in a row and going in on people who's 20, 30 years younger than you and don't have the life experience and apparently the wisdom you have, you didn't even listen to your own damn wisdom, but you didn't know it all. You got the problem. The situation was Shannon Sharpe got drunk with power. Shannon Sharpe got drunk with power and hubris and thought he was untouchable. That's another thing. You know that you're a black man in this motherfucking country, bro. Shut the fuck up and stop bragging about how much money you got. It's not right. It's not. It's not right that a Donald Trump can brag about all the type of money he making. I get all of that. But one thing about this country, and I say it all the time, this is a racist country. Fuck what Tim Scott says. This is America is a racist country. It's a racist country. Stop bragging about what you got, man. Because all you did was raise the antennas of all these, cretins running around here, looking to feed off of you. I'm not gonna get on here and make a Shannon Sharpe cry for me Argentina video every time he gets sued, because he's an idiot. You should have never settled with that chick, man. You should have never settled with her. And you can't be going around bullying regular people. You can't go out here putting out misinformation when it comes to regular people. You can't do it. Now, the lawsuit to me is bull crap for the most part. It is. But he created this environment. He did this. And you should have never, once again, you should have never settled with that damn girl. I don't care how embarrassing it is. If it comes out that you in the race play, then that's just what it is. Own up to it. Hell, that's what just give you more booty. Then again, that's been the problem right now with you. You know what I'm saying? But no, at this point, man, I feel for Shannon Sharpe. I do, because I also recognize, like I said before, that he's a target for a lot of people for obvious reasons. He's a large black man, and we all know the history of that. You know what I'm saying? Jack Johnson, all the rest. But at the end of the day, you can't be doing what you be doing, bro. And I know anybody that's followed Shannon Sharpe knows that he has a mean streak in him. And, you know, he does sometimes use his platform to bully people. So, you know, I don't think he's gonna settle with this woman. He don't have the ESPN money like that no more. I don't know if he's gonna be able to even sign that deal anymore. So, you know, I just then he still has that other lawsuit, doesn't he? Doesn't he have that other lawsuit with the Michelle woman still out there? That legal issue. So I don't know, man. I hate to see this happen to him, man. But you know, there's so many different forces at play here. You know, you just kind of saw this coming with Shannon Sharpe, because it's like, you know, Monique, to a great extent, other people was giving him little warnings. They probably heard of how he was moving, and he was laughing and hikiing and all that. And now, you know, the shit that hit the fan. You know, it ain't fun when a rabbit got the gun. And like I said, I'm not one of these persons that co-sign brothers getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these persons that co-sign brothers being accused of shit, man, because I do think this is a fraudulent lawsuit. But I am reminded of a lot of the bullshit that Shannon Sharpe did in the past. I can't forget that shit he did to my brother Russell Westbrook. I can't forget the shit that he did to my brother Kyrie Irving. I can't forget a lot of the shit that he did to the brother Kawhi Leonard. I can't forget that shit. I can't forget all the shit he did against the late great brother Kobe Bean Bryant. I can't forget it. So, you know, he's a fucking idiot. It is what it is.